What's up, y'all? It's your boy JTMM, aka JustTenMoreMinutes, aka the Freakin 10. We're digging deeper, y'all. We are at what I think I saw in the song list, and I will just double check. Okay, so this is the 10th song, because we just did Dull Knives. So according to the post that y'all gave me, all like the whole chapter list, this is the 10th song in the end of chapter 3. So chapter 3 was Sinister Smiles, Dull Knives, and then Queen on the Murder Scene, and then you've got Psychotic Hunter in the end. If this post that I'm referring to is correct that y'all gave me. So Queen on the Murder Scene closing out chapter 3. So then I will do the vlog. I'll go back through the comments and see which vlog it was. Y'all have told me. I said 26, but I think that's where they were doing 4, and 25 was for 3. But I'm probably wrong. Those posts, just to be straightforward with you, those posts I capture, and then I go back when I get to that point. So I may misspeak on those. It's not intentional. It's just when I visually see it, I try to remember, and then I go from there. But this one, so let me get back to the lyrics. So I have those. There we go. Okay. So I'm interested to see of how this unfolds, because in Dull Knives, right, we saw the queen and the ripping of the skin that cannot be undone, and just that utter breakdown, right, and just heartbreaking. And now we're getting into, was that 4 songs left or so? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 songs left. And I don't know how it's going to play out. That's the thing. Is with each song title, right now you're at Queen of the Murder Scene. Where does this go, right? You've got this embattled queen of evil that's already, taken the life of someone that she was obsessed with, didn't want anybody else to have, and so she kidnapped him, or took him hostage, however you want to say it. Killed him, and then was just gutted over it, right, and singing and just that torn. And now you see that slow mental breakdown. Where does it go? I don't know. That's the beauty of this journey that I'm on, is I'm trying to picture in my head of what angles, again, I would take it, right? Much like I said, when we were talking about one of the lyrics, I think it was on Stalker. No. Or after that, where, it was this internal, or was it someone that was approaching her, right, and saw what she did, and you can't hide from me, and this and that. And they took it down that path of internal struggle between evil and good. And so now you're at the point of, does the queen take her life? Does evil win? What happens? So with that being said, I don't know. Let's see where it goes. Y'all know, and y'all are looking at me going, come on. Yeah, let's see where it goes. Let's switch it up. Let's check it out. All right. Now, if you're new to the channel, and this is the first one you've checked out of my videos, I'm going to pause. I'm going to break down the lyrics, read them out, and dive through what I analyze. So if you're new, that's what happens. If you're wanting someone just to give you the ooh-ahs, no, not your channel. Let's see where it goes. Okay.
You don't really wanna be like me. A false pretension of being complete. You don't really wanna understand what it's like to have blood on your hands.
What a different feel.
You don't deserve the throne, the crown is mine, and I really don't plan to resign. You don't really wanna lose the fear. Dare to try and this stuff of my fear.
Okay. I'm just giving a quick reread. Let me go through the lyrics. First, let me say, this sounds nothing like any of the others, right? Very dark tone to it. And that's the beauty. Again, I've said it probably on every song, but they do such a damn amazing job of setting the tone, right? And I don't say that lightly, because there's some bands that, change up so much within a song that you never really know what that tone is until later in it, right? Because they just play the power chords and, the four chords, as they say, and put out a song, right? But because they're telling such a story, they embody it. And it's one of many things that I truly appreciate, and why I keep covering them is because they immediately set the tone, right? Whether it's boom, a slap in the face, or this one just gives you this opening. Like I'm in my head, right? I'm picturing the queen sitting there. Whether it's, on her throne, because they even say, you don't deserve the throne. So I'm picturing her on the throne, and her head just like this, right? Or like this, and just these thoughts in her head. And you don't really want to be like me. A false pretension of being complete. You don't really want to understand what it's like to have blood on your hands. You don't deserve the throne, the crown is mine, and I don't really plan to resign. You don't really want to lose the fear. Dare to try and then suffer, my dear. And then they say Karaso, Karaso, which I actually do know from my gaming days, I believe is Japanese for kill. And so now you're getting this kill, 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 right? And I don't want to destroy you. Open your eyes, because you can't even see the fact that I just can't be controlled by anything. But let's see you try. I'm a machine, no emotion. A perfect scene for the murder queen. You can't always kill what's immortal, but it just doesn't apply to me. So the queen is got this evil side that is basically just beating the hell out of her emotionally. I mean, we talk about having that good and bad side. There's always that little good conscious, bad conscious thought, right? And here's this bad conscious and this evil taking over, of saying you don't really want to understand what it's like to have blood on your hands. You don't deserve the throne, the crown is mine, and I really don't plan to resign. Just saying, you don't deserve it. It's mine. Man, I love that line. And then later on, where they say, I'm a machine, no emotion, right? Think about that, right? You've got this evil side, and it's just, I'm a machine. And being a true crime fan, I think about serial killers of the past, and how, quite honestly, they were killing machines, right? Controversial, and yes, but they were true machines, and true evil machines. And that's why when I picture the queen, I picture that evil side as I would a serial killers. And they always talk about the urges that they had, right? And how that evil was speaking to them. And so that's exactly what I'm picturing here. Is here you've got this queen that is now just been mentally beaten down by the thoughts in her head. This is free. This is another brilliant one already, and I haven't listened to the whole thing. But if you read the lyrics, it tells the story, and it really has this embattled. And I truly picture the queen just sitting there on her throne like this, and it may be not even in her throne. She could be in the corner, curled up in a ball in her room. That's the beauty of the music, is you can kind of picture this as you want. And that's why it would be so just utterly amazing to have this as a play. But let's keep going. Such an evil tone.
Give me something worth living for. My words are what make everything burn. It's not something I like to conceal. I have no mercy and I never will.
That's a really cool the way they're doing that.
And I don't wanna destroy ya. Open your eyes, 'cause you can't even see the fact that I just can't be controlled by anything but to let see you dry. I'm a machine of emotion, a perfect scene for the murder queen. You can't always kill what's immortal, but it just doesn't apply to me.
That's some sick
If
guitar.
you wanna destroy me, open your eyes, 'cause you can't even see the fact that I just can't be controlled by anything but let's see you dry. I'm a machine of emotion, a perfect scene for the murder queen. You can't always kill what's immortal, but it just doesn't apply to me. It just doesn't apply to me.
Okay. So much to cover with this, but let me go through the lyrics first. Give me something worth living for. My words are what make everything burn. It's not something I like to conceal. I have no mercy, and I never will. And they repeat the chorus so. And then they get back into the main chorus. Now, here's what is terrifying is how much this song makes you feel, right? And terrifying in a very good sense, because this is the master of their storytelling and pulling the emotion. Like, I felt Dany just wanting to like grab me by the throat and just be like, I'm a machine, no emotion. You felt that from her. Holy crap. Like, they played this perfectly, and it doesn't shock me, right? I've learned they're masters of how they set the tone for their music. So that doesn't shock me. So I'm not going to give you this big reaction of, no. It doesn't shock me at this point, because now I expect them to set that tone, and it's one of many things I appreciate about it. But what I really like on this one is the twist and turning of the emotions that you hear from Dany, because literally, like I said, I'm like, okay, sorry. I mean, just that voice and that emotion, you feel it. You feel the anger that this evil side has, that, again, I go back to a serial killer, right? And they talk about that evil side of them, and taking over and having that urge to kill and having to satisfy that. And you kind of feel that from coming from the queen of, I'm going to win. I'm going to take over. You will do what I say. You know, it's, you don't deserve this body. You don't deserve that crown. It's mine, and I'm not going to resign. And just the thought of, you know, I'm a machine, no emotion. That gives me chills. A perfect scene for the murder queen. You can't always kill what's immortal, but it just doesn't apply to me. This, wow. So where does it go? The next song is Psychotic. Man, this could go so many different angles. What are we at? 16 minutes? Okay. So let me give you a quick little synopsis of my thoughts. Don't spoil it in the comments, please. Y'all have done an amazing job of not doing that. So, I shouldn't have to say it, but just in the in case. Because in my mind, right, if I was producing this, the whole time as I've been doing this is how would this turn into a musical and left and right? I don't have the resources to do it, but if I did, it's how I do it. Because when you talk about the next one being psychotic, right, there's so many different levels. Does she break? Does she truly become evil and start? Because then you have Hunter, right? So does she go down that path? Or is it the other way around? Because there's another way you could look at this and write it in the sense of if she has an emotional break, is it now a retrospective looking back at her as a hunter of that lover she killed? There's so many angles that you could take this story, and that's why I love it, is it's not predictable. It truly isn't. You could have her completely break and become the evil, this evil queen, or the true queen of the murder scene, as they said. It's that perfect scenario. But at the same time, that doesn't necessarily say that that's a given fact, right? Because the hunter isn't necessarily her. You could have a hunter that's hunting her, right? The police, the lover he was giving the attention to. There are so many different angles that you could throw a twist into this before the end. And that's why, for me, this is so exciting, because in my mind, it can go multiple ways. Which way do I think it'll go? Quite honestly, there is a obvious path, right? Of her breaking, becoming psychotic, either killing again and becoming the hunter, as the title says. But did you really see her killing him at the beginning, so far back to that where we would be now? And the answer for me was, if you would have said, did I think she was going to kill him? Yes. Based on all the conversations I'd had previously, in my reactions. But I didn't think it was going to happen when it happened. So if I follow that path, my social deduction of how they would take the story is that she does break and that she does kill again. But I say that lightly because, again, you could take this in so many paths. Oh, this would be a fun thing to work on, either as a movie or a musical. My God. There are so many different paths this song could take, and I'm so fascinated to see where it goes. Wow. Okay. I'm going to switch it up and give you my final thoughts. I'm sitting here because I'm truly enthralled of where they're going to go with this. This is just amazing. Like I said, you could go down the path where the hunter is not her. It's another person hunting this evil person after, that guy was killed. Or the police, and they become the hunter of her, and she's fleeing. Or she truly breaks and is psychotic and becomes a hunter of others. Or it could be that the queen is hunting her internally to finally kill her. I mean, there's so many different ways that this could go. Oh man, I cannot wait. Okay, see, this is because I still have to do the vlog because this closes chapter 3, so I have to do 25 or 26. Y'all will tell me in the comments, but I do have it in my notes. It's 25, I believe. But man, where does this go, guys? Don't tell me. I don't want it spoiled. Oh, okay. So I'm going to do Lunario. I did not see many videos of this one out there. I saw the studio and I saw Lunario. So I will say that they'll just be the studio and Lunario. I did not see any others. So if there's other versions, send them to me and I'll record them. I've got my new laptop, so I'm going to be able to record more content. So yeah, definitely let me know. Until then, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, share. You know what to do. Always ask for just 10 more minutes. I'm out.